Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your February reading. I hope that this month is getting off to a great start for you. Let's take a look and see what's coming through for you as far as guidance and information this month. First, let me just clarify, if you've never seen these videos before, they can be used for your sun, for your rising, and for your moon. Now, I like to start off each reading with a little bit of channeled information. I achieve that after I choose a deck of cards and meditate on your sign. For you, as I was tuning into the energy and the overall purpose of today's reading, it was that you should remain steadfast, firm, and really confident in what you're trying to accomplish this month. There may be some challenges, there may be some moments where you doubt yourself, but what's most important, especially if you hope to achieve whatever it is that you're setting forth to achieve, is that you remain firm in your convictions and firm in the work that it takes to make them happen. So let's take a look at the cards and see what additional energy and information comes through. As I shuffle them, I'll go through the format, and then after that I like to remain quiet as I pull the cards just so that I can pay attention to them and see what energy and information comes through. So the way I organize this is I will begin with a Celtic cross here, and then I expand the forecast to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. I also pull one additional card called a catalyst, and I'll get to that in just a moment. As I said before, I'm going to be quiet now and just take a look at the cards. Okay, let's go ahead now and look at the Catalyst card. The Catalyst is what connects everything together. It's the overall purpose, and it's also, again, a connective thread. For you, the Catalyst card is the home, but it is reversed in my position. So what I want to encourage you to do is a little bit of decluttering and a little bit of soul searching as you go through your house. Now, although it's an often overlooked part of our lives, we typically spend more money and time on our clothing, our hair, for some people makeup, etc. The home is probably the most important place you could spend time and energy, because every night you're going to spend at least somewhere between 5 to 7 or even up to 10 hours sleeping, depending on your own body and what you need. And during that time, you're basically putting down the groundwork for the next day, for really all the days of your life. And so you want, at the minimum, you need your bedroom space to be clear. So go around, declutter, make sure that you can see all the corners of the room, make sure that the bed is clean and that the mattress is fairly new, and everything in the room should be vibrant. That's going to exponentially increase your energy. It's also going to just clear out your aura too. You won't be holding on to so many things. So give it a try, go through and declutter. At the very least, you could go through and find a few items that no longer suit you. Maybe they were gifts, maybe they just don't make you feel good anymore, and this is a way to sort of not just reduce clutter, but remove that old energy and that old history that you're holding on to. All right, let's take a look now at the cards and the positions that they're in. The first thing that struck me when I looked at this was that you have a lot going on and that there's a lot of pressure from people around you. And what I like and don't like about this card is, first of all, it feels like this month you're well poised to please people, to make them happy, to appear in a very good light. I just want to make sure, since this was in the ego position, that you are satisfied, because I don't necessarily want to see this card in the ego, because it's more about pleasing others. It's less about what your soul is trying to express. So know that you are already poised to do a good job, and that you're probably going to be well received in anything you put out there. So if you're trying to sell an idea, or if you're just trying to grow your group of friends, or you're trying to expand your company, whatever you're trying to do that requires cooperation of people in your life, you're right on track for that. If, however, you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling pushed into a corner, this is where it's okay for you to step up and say, this doesn't feel good to me, or this isn't my truth, this is you. And a lot of times we see this between children and parents. It's a generation gap. And we wouldn't make progress as a society if we didn't occasionally challenge the status quo. That's why we're making so many strides for equality across gender, race, religion, etc. So if there's something in your life that, again, it didn't matter to your parents or to your community, but it matters to you, then that's something worth fighting for. Let's now go ahead and continue with the reading. That just jumped out and I had to highlight it. Your center card is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can be a card where sometimes you're wondering, how did I end up here? Am I happy? What's going on? And what's interesting with this is it is crossed by the Nine of Wands card. The Nine of Wands card is a near completion card. So sometimes we get that itch just before we finish a project, just before we're almost seeing something to its end. And it's sort of like, do I really want to do this last piece? This card usually indicates that it's worth that fight, but it does show that it feels like a lot of you have been fighting an upward battle, or an uphill battle is what I should say. So it might be worth talking to someone who understands your point of view and seeing if they can lend some support. Because I also feel like this Nine of Wands card can be a solitary one. You've been doing a lot of the work on your own, and it would be helpful to know that, one, get some feedback to know that you're doing a good job, and two, some encouragement and help so that you're not always doing it alone. As I look in the deep past, some of you may be working on something just because you have no better choice right now. The Seven of Pentacles card is one where you typically have to do what's best for your budget, and you have to kind of like aggressively either save or pay down things. What I like about this card, and I've seen it across many signs this month, is I feel like February is a month of increased productivity and also recovery. So whatever you've been doing to get ahead or to be happier with your resources, remember resources are not just money, it can also be energy, and it can also be time. But you're increasing your what you're getting back in return on this. So I would say, don't give up now. Do what you need to do to sort of create a nest egg. For those of you that might be thinking one day of doing something different, you need to have something saved up, an emergency fund. This card is perfect for that because it shows that you're starting to create that, call it a freedom fund if you want to. One day that's going to be your angel wings that will get you out of wherever you are, but you have to save up and create that first. One challenge this month, I really want you to be careful, especially towards the first week of the month, about engaging in any unnecessary arguments or quarrels, because we have the Page of Swords card in reverse, which really is about not only the communication, but sometimes how you're receiving or how you're delivering it. So pick and choose your battles wisely, pick and choose your words wisely. What would be much better this month is to plan. And with the Knight of Wands in the upright position, what I see here is that this is a very productive month for brainstorming, for sharing ideas, for working in a group, and also for getting other people excited about whatever it is that you want to do. This is a great teamwork card. Now, if you're looking for love this month, I would say it could be a little tricky because as I look at the environment card, we have the Queen of Cups card here in reverse. And although you may have someone come into your life, possibly a fire sign, this card is indicating that with all of this other, it feels like drama going on with either your community, your family, your work, this may not be the easiest month to manage that. You're going to have to really balance all of your priorities. So just a little bit of a warning there. Also creatively, you may be feeling a little bit tapped out or a little bit withdrawn this month. So really make sure that you are managing your own internal resources as well as you can. As I look at your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and this speaks again to why you've been working so hard. Both of your money cards are reversed, so at least the first two, the last one's upright. So what I want you to do is to plan for the unexpected. Whenever I see an Ace of Pentacles card in reverse, it can mean that if you're applying for a job opportunity, you may not be able to get it this go around, or there might be a delay, or there may be some difficulties in negotiating salaries. It can also mean that there are large expenditures this month. Perhaps there's a car repair or some sort of unexpected home improvement that you need to attend to. And so this means that you probably will not have as much extra money for just going out and for having fun, but you should have more than enough for all of the essentials. The good news, and there is good news, is that your outcome card is the Knight of Pentacles upright. So I see you being very prudent with your money. I see there being one situation that could be pulling back your resources a bit, but by the end of the month, you've made that back and possibly then some. So just be smart with how you spend during the first 2 to 3 weeks of the month, and know that there is a silver lining or a light at the end of the tunnel. And for some of you, if one job opportunity doesn't come through, there may be something better along the road, and that's what we see with the Knight of Pentacles. The only thing that I didn't mention or get into that much was the Eight of Wands in reverse. By and large, the Eight of Wands is a good card. When it's upright, it indicates that there is a great deal happening, but it's good momentum. You can learn a lot from it. If you're a business, this is one where you're getting so busy that you might need to hire someone. If it's your personal life, it just means that, it's almost like you're going nonstop, 8 days of the week, like an old Beatles song. So all of this is fine, but the reversal of this is showing don't be afraid to slow down. Also, you might benefit from just letting go of one or two things. So if there is a social activity that you just keep doing, but you don't really feel like your heart's into it, that would be something that would be great to let go of. Also, if you just need to kind of play triage with your schedule, pick the most important items. Everything else is going to just kind of happen in a need to happen or must happen priority. And if you can only do the top 5 items and the rest fall off, that's okay. So just manage things as if you have a finite amount of energy, which you really do, and I think you're going to be okay. I just think that if you continue going down this path, you could end up getting exhausted, and we don't want that to happen. All right, let's take a look now at your health card. Health includes mind, body, and spirit. Your health card this month is don't be afraid to ask for a second opinion. This is a great time to explore other options like Eastern medicine, or again, working with meditation. So if there's anything important, I think this is sort of a given. If you have a major surgery, if you have something important in your life, definitely seek out a second opinion. But whenever I see this, it also rings true to me as an alternative medicine or finding other ways to supplement an existing course of treatment. Of course, you should always clear all of these with a physician, but don't be afraid to research, to look for new things, and to really know all of your options before proceeding. All right, let's now take a look at your wealth card. I'm using Lord Ganesha for all wealth this month, hopefully to help anyone overcome any sort of obstacles or challenges that they have, since that's what Ganesha does. We have Enlightenment, which is a research card. I see a little bit of a theme going on. So we have a Second Opinion, which is an education card for your health. For your wealth, this Enlightenment card is the same. It's saying don't be afraid to explore new things, to really educate yourself, to take a class, to talk to people, and try different paths that you haven't before. So the cool thing with this is if you really wanted to learn more about investment, if you wanted to learn more about how to make your money work more for you, or how to pay off debt, or just understanding what's necessary for your budget to work for you, this is the month to talk to a professional, a tax person, an investment specialist, and get as much information as you can. So dig in, research, and I think you'll be very happy with the results of that. Let's take a look now at your love card. Love can include any type of relationship in your life. Let's just see what the card itself has to say. For love this month, your message is, this card is volunteering here. Your message is, love is everywhere, it's all around you. So if you are feeling a little bit left out, if you're feeling that you're not fitting in, and I do sense a little bit of that because we look at the environment card and we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then when we look at the center card, we have the Four of Cups upright. Both of these cards are not fully open when it comes to the heart space. So remember that you have opportunities around you. There may be a party invite that you have, or a friend that you haven't talked to in a while, or just a chance to reach out and say, hey, I need some help. You may be surprised pleasantly by the results. Now let's look at your Destiny card. I love to look at Destiny because this is the most malleable of all the expanded forecasts that I look at. It's your GPS, and it gives you a chance to sort of think, am I happy with this path? If not, what can I do to change it? And your Destiny card is Mastery, Augur. Augur is another word for seer or psychic. And so I think it would be great for you to really work on not just meditation, but if you're interested in furthering your own intuition, this is a good month for doing that. But mastery also equals education. So have you been thinking about finishing a high school diploma or going to college or getting a specialization or a technical skill? Whatever it is that you want to do for self-improvement, it doesn't necessarily have to equate to a job. This should be mastery for the sense of doing it. So if there's something in your life that you want to do, because I believe we never stop learning, this is a great month to begin that course of mastery. And it can be something that you teach yourself as well. It doesn't have to cost money. You can just pick up a book and learn about something if you'd like to. So I really think that that would be a great way to not only open up your heart space, which seems to be a little bit closed or seems to be a little bit clouded this month, but it's also a way to open up that third eye. And you'll be able to connect these two things, which makes you unstoppable. So let's now review everything that we talked about. The first bit of information was to stay firm in what's important to you, to stay steadfast. And I connect that directly with your ego card, the Six of Wands, which is basically feeling the pressure, feeling the societal norms, feeling people pushing you into a corner that you might not want to be pushed into. Now, if that's not the case for you, this can also be about fighting for something that you want to do, fighting for a dream, learning something and saying, no, this is important, I have to do it. Let's look at all of the cards one more time and quickly review. As I said, with the home card reverse, what you want to focus on this month is decluttering. Start with your bedroom and radiate outward based on how long you spend in each room. The main thing you want to do is clear anything that doesn't feel good to you. Pick it up and remember, who gave it to you, what's the memories associated with it. If they're good, keep it. If they're not, it's time to recycle or to give away. Your center card is the Four of Cups. Again, connecting that to the Queen of Cups here in the environment, there's an opportunity this month to let go of some of the emotional tension you have. I think you can do that if you lighten your load a little bit. Ask for help. You're doing a great job, but I do feel like you've isolated yourself a little bit, maybe unnecessarily so. You're making great strides when it comes to your money, and although there are some additional expenses or some things that you have to work through, ultimately you're going to work into a positive trajectory with your money, so I feel good about that. Watch how you speak, how you react to other people's conversations. Really weigh your words and only take on battles that you really feel passionate about. This is a great month to sit and put things down in a plan. If you're a business person, you can do some sort of a business plan or a launch plan. If this is about love and what you're looking for in your life, this is simply a time for you to really think and project out to the universe what your goals are. And as we look at your ability to work with others, it's going to be exceedingly well I think you'll do exceedingly well, I should say, this month with the Six of Wands. The only thing you have to be careful of is I feel like your resources overall will be a little bit tight. This includes your money and your energy, so get enough sleep. Remember to make your sleeping space really restorative as well. As we expand your forecast, don't be afraid to try something new when it comes to a course of treatment or an exercise routine. Of course, clear it with a doctor, but you might want to even get a second opinion from another health professional, another doctor. As we look at your wealth card, from Lord Ganesha, you're encouraged to learn more. Talk to a professional here as well, maybe a tax specialist, an investment specialist, or you could read a book from the library. When we look at your love, it's basically reminding you that you have more help, more love, more support than you believe, and that connects directly to the card that crossed the middle, which is the Nine of Wands. You can do a lot, but you are doing a lot on your own, so reach out. You have love and support there. Finally, most importantly, again carrying on that theme of education this month, we have Augur and Mastery, which is saying don't be afraid to try something new in your life just for yourself. Anything that you want to expand upon, this is a great time to do that. It opens your heart, it opens your third eye, and it makes life more fun. All right, that sums up this monthly reading, but if you'd ever like more of a personalized reading, you can feel free to reach out to me. I do offer appointments through my website. You can look below and you will see a Book Now link, and that will show you rates and availability. Likewise, if you'd just like to stay in touch, the easiest way to do that is to click on the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. That will send you emails whenever I post a new video. I have a newsletter as well, and I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All these links are below. Additionally, if you found that this content is really helpful and you'd just like to give in a small way back to me, there are a few ways to do that. You can support the channel by clicking on the donate link, and that'll take you to my website. And from there you can do a one-time donation or a continuing donation, whatever works for you. Finally, and most importantly, I really like to end every video with a sense of gratitude from my heart to yours. So I'm encouraging everyone this month to continue to grow their, not just their psychic development, but also the light within, the aura. I want us to kind of light up this planet with a new sense of optimism, of hope, and of self-empowerment. That's why I'm here every month, and that's what I hope that these videos are helping you do. I want you to walk away feeling stronger, having more conviction, and knowing at least somewhat what's coming through for this month so that you can face it head on. So continue to shine brightly. Thank you so much for letting me be a small part in your personal development, and take care of yourselves. Much love. Bye.